I wanted to talk today about the origins of religion and maybe shed some light on why there are so many various religions in the world today with many different conflicting doctrines. Over thousands of years, prophets have been sent to earth to teach about the spiritual world. And those prophets have gone to different lands at different times. And if you think about it, they probably, if they came from the same source, should be teaching the same concepts. But what has happened, of course, over time is that those prophets' words were taken down and they were interpreted, edited into doctrines, into dogmas, into traditions, and have been basically stagnant since that time that the prophet spoke them. What has resulted is that we have major religions around the world. We have many sects of these religions and a lot of confusion. And religious claims are being taken and made on these words that are essentially dead. They're history. They haven't been kept up to date. They're based on tradition. When you look closely at the original teachings of the various prophets, you'll find commonality. You'll find that all of them taught the Goldenrule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. They all teach the idea of um, payback, of eye for an eye, that you have to repay your debts. But beyond that, the commonality falls apart. There's different explanations for why we're here and what the afterlife might look like. To confuse matters further, of course, has been false prophets who have come teaching other stories with other motivations. So after looking at many different religions, I take them less seriously. Um, and I do what they actually tell we should do, and that is to search for the truth. If the same person or the same being that created this beautiful world that we live in, why should their laws and their ideas be different than what this world's laws look like? So it's important to go out into nature and to look at nature and understand how creation works and see how that conflicts or coincides with the teachings of your religion. And then think about what changed over time in the religion, what men had influence over how things were interpreted. And just really think about why it is that these prophets stopped coming. Maybe there are other prophets out there who are still teaching the same concepts, the same teachings, but not being listened to by the masses, because the masses have been coerced by these huge conglomerates of religious empires. The Roman Catholic Church, for example, the huge empire. And if they saw anything that conflicted them, they'll ignore it or get rid of it or burn it at the stake, because they don't want to impact the empire that they've created. the power that they have on earth. You know, the Roman Catholic Church, they've called themselves Father. You know, all the priests, you're supposed to call them Father. But Jesus said there's only one Father, and there's only one Father who can forgive sin, and that's his Father in heaven, not some priest dressed up in some black clothing. So think about these things, look at nature and see how nature works, and you'll be pretty close to how the spiritual world works. That it has laws, it has reason, it has love, it has rejuvenation. That's my food for thought today.